Alright, what's up, guys? Anybody who's here live or afterwards, it'll take a minute to get it going. Here, it always takes a minute to get going. So it's Black Friday. We'll talk about that some and other things. The bike ride that I'm gonna miss tonight, and the ride that I'm gonna do unexpectedly tomorrow, I guess. And then the unusual events of the day. Got a couple things to tell you. It's been a weird week. I mean, Thanksgiving around here always is. Seems like about half of the people that live here in Vegas go out of town for Thanksgiving, and then a bunch of other people just come and hang out here, and just like it. Vegas is a weird place for the week of Thanksgiving. Hey, Paula, good to see you. And anybody else that's here live or afterwards. Hope everybody had a fun Black Friday. Hey, Irving. Hello, hello. Paula and Irving so far. I'm sure others. Big Boys PEV. Hello, hello. Good to see you guys. Thanks for being here. Happy Black Friday. Hope everybody's having a good one. Sounds like there may be a bit of a lover's quarrel occurring outside on this lovely Black Friday. Yeah, that's for sure. I just got a group text. Somebody's on their way to the bike ride right now. It is 7:30. I'm not going to make it tonight, guys. I'm still recovering. I'm still not well. And it wouldn't be wise. Didn't get home till 2 something in the morning last Friday night bike ride, and the boys want to go and do the wetlands tomorrow, and I don't have an electric bike that works right now. And I was talking with Rod about that on the phone earlier, and hey, Renee, hold on, give me a minute here. I'll read your comment. I'm trying to focus my eyes, and let me tell you what happened earlier. Rod called up and was like, hey, I said I'm 50-50 on the ride tonight. Turns out it was the 50% that's not going. And then he's like, what's up with, tomorrow? You're going, right? We're riding out at noon. I was like, no, because I don't have an electric that works right now. Because the headset's jammed on the Cheetah. So he said, well, I want to try and pedal your bike, and you can ride mine. So I'll be on the Rodmobile, and there'll likely be a live stream at some point tomorrow. And talk was made about a tow rope situation, because there are a lot of uphill sections. In case nobody feels like pedaling my bike back, we'll tow it behind someone else's electric. So this could be an interesting. It could be an interesting day tomorrow, guys. I'm gonna try to get the GoPro ready to go, and I'm gonna do a live stream, I guess, too. So stay tuned for that, and let me read some comments here. I'm got to go back. Oh, that'll happen. The alcohol naps, I think, are just wonderful, aren't they, Renee? And thank you again so much. I barely got through today, thanks to the kindness of you and Steve and Ed and Judy yesterday. I sold one thing today, and it didn't work out as planned at all, and I'm going to tell you about that. Somebody else was supposed to come and buy something else, and I'd be in pretty good shape if everybody would just follow through and buy things when they say they're going to. Somebody else is on their way now to the group bike ride. So, and chat, I see you, buddy. Trying to catch up here, falling behind. Sorry, just had some things to tell you while they're still fresh on the brain. Hey, Jay Stona, how you doing? I'm okay. I'm tired. I'm gonna take it easy tonight. I'm not gonna go out and do a bike ride tonight. I am, however, gonna do one tomorrow. And I'm gonna try to GoPro some of it and go live for some too. I guess I'll be on Rod's bike tomorrow because he wants to pedal mine. Um, I'm not gonna spoil it for you. He wants to get a certain kind of pedal bike, and you know, get out there and pedal some more. He did the whole last Friday on my bike pedaling 22 miles. And good for him. That's a rough ride to do. That's a hard, long ride to do on an e-bike. But yeah, I think everybody's tired today. It's just been a weird kind of day for me anyway. And most of the people I've encountered. Hey, Amy. I didn't mean to miss you, Amy. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. And everybody, I hope everybody had a wonderful Black Friday. Mine was strange, but what are you gonna do? Lurker lurking in Texas. Oh, awesome. Thank you for tuning in for the rides. I appreciate that. I'm glad you're enjoying them. Sorry I'm not doing a ride tonight. I'm still just wiped out. My e-bike is screwed up, so I can't just sit and, throttle. And I've had bronchitis for what feels like a lifetime now, and I just shouldn't be out pedaling. It's cold outside, so I'm going to miss it tonight, but I am going to go out tomorrow and do a ride. And some of that's going to be live for anybody who gets a chance to tune in live or catch it afterwards. It should be a fun one. We go to the wetlands on the weekend. If you saw the ride last weekend, it's a beautiful, awesome place. And once I get my e-bike fixed, like off to the east side of where we are, there's like motocross trails and dirt jumps and everything for like miles. And better believe when my e-bike is working right, it was made for stuff like that. So we're going to go out there and enjoy that for sure. But tomorrow is going to be like just a leisurely ride through the wetlands and see if Rod can pedal the whole thing, because I don't want to pedal. I told him that. It's like, I'll bring my bike and meet you guys at Lowe's, but then you're riding it after that, because, I'm not trying to pedal this weekend. And yes, there's definitely some sort of lover's quarrel occurring outside. Yeah, I'm trying not to eavesdrop. I'm just making sure it's not like getting out of hand and like needs to be separated or something. It's just a couple arguing. But yeah, shout out to everybody who's here. Lurkers. I've met some lurkers in recent days, weeks, months, and heard from some. My own son is a lurker. He's probably not here right now, but he lurks in a lot of the rides, bike rides and stuff. And when I was talking to him the other day on the phone, I was like, we do like a group bike ride. You ought to tune in, check it out sometime. He's like, oh yeah, I watch pretty much all of them. It's like, oh yeah, I had no idea. It's like, yeah, I'm lurking. it's cool meeting everybody, Irving, and could be a couple of new people at the Wednesday ride. I'm gonna try and pedal. Well, I'm gonna pedal the Wednesday ride. I guess I'm sure my bike won't be fixed by then, but we'll. Yeah, I know you usually say hello at least, Chet, and you'll pop in every now and then. Just let everybody know that you're still around or back or whatever the case may be. So, yeah. So anyway, I was supposed to sell at least two things today that I have for sale on Marketplace. People that said they want to come pick things up. One did, and I'm going to tell you that story. The other one, this is like the fifth time now that somebody has said they want to come and pick up that DJ controller for $100, um, and then they don't show up and get it. So I was waiting for that person today, which is why I didn't do a midday live stream like we had talked about last night and check out some Black Friday deals. Because I was waiting on them and they never showed up. And, set aside that portion of the day because, like, cool, I'm getting that $100 at least, and that, that'd be good. But no, just wasted that time of the day and didn't get the $100. But then for a couple of days now, I've been trying to work it out to sell the Unagi scooter charger to a guy. He asked if I'd just sell the charger. This occurred actually during a live stream, and somebody else actually after the live stream did say that they were interested in the scooter and the charger, but then didn't come and get it. So, I told him, let me see what happens with that, and I'll get back to you. I got back to him. I said I'll sell you the charger, and he said $30. And, I reluctantly said, okay, $30. 2 days later, his wife, God bless her, finally came and got it today. And they're having problems with their vehicle. She had to come in an Uber and then couldn't get cash at 7-Eleven because the ATM's broken and they'd only give her 20 cash back. So, I reluctantly agreed to $30, and the best she can put together, God bless her, is $23.85. And then, since it's Black Friday and she doesn't usually take a lot of Uber rides, I guess. Hey, Lainey Grace, and hold on, let me catch up on chat and stuff. Let me tell you about this first, though. And then I'll go back and catch up on the chat. So I'm way behind. I'm not reading them right now. Let me talk and then I'll go back and do that. So she's giving me $23.85, and I didn't want to take 30, but it's like it is what it is at this point. And then, because it's Black Friday and she doesn't take a lot of Uber rides, her credit or debit card flagged the transaction, so she couldn't take an Uber ride home. So ultimately, I had to give her $2 back so she could get on the bus, which is just like half a block away and goes down right by where she lives. So I didn't want to take $30 for the charger. I sit with her for half an hour outside, which is fine. It's cold outside, but I didn't want to let her sit out there by herself in this neighborhood. So ultimately, a lot of time spent, wound up with $21.85 because I had to give her $2 back so she could take the bus home. And now I don't have an Unagi charger. And as soon as she's walking away to go to the bus stop, I get a Facebook message. Hey, is this still available? And I said, well, I just sold the charger, but I'll give you a deal on the scooter. He's like, oh, I wanted the charger. I would have given you $40 for it. I'd come get it right now. I was like, oh my God, you got to be kidding me. So it's been that kind of day. After sitting around most of the day doing a few things while I was waiting around, um, expecting to make $130, I made $21.85. And got to talk to a nice lady for a while she couldn't get an Uber ride and then eventually had to take the bus home. And, but it is, again, it is what it is. Sometimes that's the way it goes. I've found myself in situations like that. But they have an Unagi scooter and no charger. It got stolen out of their vehicle or something. The charger, but not the scooter. And yeah, so I don't know. I wasn't using it. They needed it. It all ultimately worked out, I guess you can say. So hold on, let me go back and look at the chats now that I missed. Alright. I don't know if they're going to do anything for me, Big Boys PEV, especially this time of year. I don't think anybody's sending any bikes out to review. Um, but, like I sent them a lot of pictures and stuff that I went to great lengths to get. And they're putting on Instagram and stuff a bunch of people's pictures, people that ride Hachi e-bikes and stuff, like slideshows and stuff. And I must have watched 5 or 6 of them, and not one of them had any of my pictures that I went to all these links to get for them. And I am promoting their bikes harder than anyone else on YouTube. Everybody else has made, 1, 2, maybe 3 videos with Hachi e-bikes. I've made dozens for each of the bikes that they've sent me now. So they're getting their money's worth out of me. I'm putting the word out more so than anyone else, really. And they haven't used any of my pictures, and I don't think they're going to send me anything else. I don't know what the deal is. Big Boys PV, but that's the latest. And hey, through my eyes. It is, though, Irving. I mean, sometimes that's just the way it goes. But I didn't want to sell that charger for $30. But, I mean, she's here stuck over on this side of town. Can't get the Uber to work to get home because her card company flagged it because it's Black Friday and, everybody's being extra cautious. And so it's just, it's a stupid set of circumstances, but it is what it is. And I'm not mad at her at all. She's a sweet lady, actually. And, I can't really afford to be charitable right now, but it's fine. It's done. There's no going back at this point. Hey, Dustin. So yeah, don't forget to have notifications on, guys, because tomorrow I expect there to be a live stream. Rod talked me into doing the ride tomorrow, which is why I'm definitely not doing the ride tonight. And he's gonna pedal my bike, the $90 pawn shop bike, and I'm gonna ride the Rodmobile. Which that thing's, it's kind of a weird bike, Rod's bike, but it's fine. The seat's really comfortable. But it's just, compared to the bikes that I ride, it's a little different. So, I mean, he shot himself in the foot and said he's gonna, it's like, just bring the bike, meet us at Lowe's and I'll pedal and you ride my bike. And I was like, all right. And I think somebody's gonna bring a tow rope in case, like, because the wetlands ride is a pretty long one, and whoever's like, I'm not pedaling that bike back because it's mostly uphill, and I said that. It's like, you stick me, with pedaling that thing back. So, like, we're gonna work out like a tow situation behind an e-bike if it has to be that way. So yeah, again, notifications on, guys, because tomorrow there's going to be a wetlands live stream. Could be before we get there, could be the same thing as last time, but let's see what it's like this time. Could be a dirt trail. I don't know. Like, I don't know how much of that Rod does on his bike. But yeah, I don't know. So yeah, make sure you got the notifications on, because I can't tell you when that's going to be tomorrow. But, you know, mostly because of that, I guess we're not going to do the ride tonight, because last Friday, which is why I probably still have bronchitis, we didn't get home till after 2 o'clock in the morning. And it was cold, and, you know, yeah. There is the extra credit ride tonight, Dustin, but I'm not going to do it. Yeah, well, I know it's a lot colder for you, Dustin, but I mean, cold is cold, and when you're out pedaling or throttling, you know, it's colder. So it's supposed to get down to 36 tonight, I think, when I looked at my phone last. So by 2 o'clock in the morning, it's going to be like 40, or maybe even less. And that's pretty cold. I mean, that's pretty cold if you deal with 120 degrees in the summertime. Oh, I think we've had this conversation before, Laney Grace, on the phone. If you'll recall, I don't know the name of it off the top of my head. I have a VPN, which just makes for more secure web browsing in my like internet Wi-Fi situation here. But I also what was I gonna say? Brain fart. Sorry, guys. Oh, Jay Stoney, you gotta come and ride with us. There are so many wonderful places to ride bikes around Las Vegas. I mean, I started to hate riding a motorcycle around here after a while, but there are absolutely just wonderful places to ride bikes, e-bikes, scooters, etc. And yeah, Laney Grace, a VPN is a good idea, I think, always. But yeah, for security, I just use like the Windows stuff. And it's fine because I'm running a VPN all the time anyway. Yeah, no, I know you've been talking about it for a long time, Laney Grace, and I think we're all looking forward to that. But mostly, like, it's pretty secure. If you don't have a lot of junk going on your phone or your computer or however you're going to do it, you know, YouTube streaming is pretty secure. But it never hurts to have a little extra. If you want to run it through a VPN, I think that's a good idea. Um, whenever I'm uploading a video on my laptop, you know, there's a VPN running, and you know, security software, just the regular. And on my phone, there's, you know, the regular phone security, which I don't know. I mean, seems to be fine. Hey, chaos. What's going on? I'm still recovering from bronchitis, but otherwise everything is okay. I hope you're doing well, my friend. Probably a busy week for you if you've been working at all. Yeah, Dustin. Let's see. That's a good question, actually. I was wondering that myself. I'm sure there's a joke answer, but I'd like to know the real scientific reason behind it. Look at VPNs, Laney Grace. There's a bunch of them. Just Google VPN, see what pops up. Check out a few of them, the more highly rated ones. Hey, Mike, what's going on, buddy? Yeah, no, I suppose, Dustin. But it's not absolutely necessary. If you're on a secure connection, Laney Grace, you'll probably be okay without one, but it's never a bad idea. But good to see everybody. Glad everybody could pop in for a little while at least. I don't expect anyone to stay for the whole thing on a Friday. I know how it goes, especially since we're not doing a bike ride. Gonna do a bike ride tomorrow. Rod's already got me committed to it. I'm gonna ride his bike. He's gonna pedal on mine. I got a nice rack on the back of my bike, guys. I think you're gonna like it. The bike now, and I adjusted the handlebars up and the seat up some so it fits my taller frame a little better. Like the bike is the wrong size, the $90 pawn shop bike, but I'm doing the best I can to make it work. I do enjoy riding it, but the way it's set up now, it looks like I'm, in some weird European romance movie or something. It's like that kind of weird, like a French bike or something that some, weirdo's about to ride to go kiss some girl with hairy armpits or something, the kind of bike I'm talking about. That's kind of what it looks like now. Yeah, I was thinking of the heated coat. A friend of mine that does Uber Eats on a scooter in the wintertime, well, year round here. Certain times when it's really cold, like overnight in the wintertime, he's got to have a heated coat on. And he says that's the only way he can get through it. Because it does get pretty cold here by 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning in December or January. Like, it's cold. I don't care who you are. That's good, Robbie. No, I thought of that. I looked at them, actually. Cheaper heated coats. Are you asking me, Chaos? Uh, I don't know, pretty much one of everything. But I don't know. I wouldn't know how to answer that at this point. I need for people on Facebook to come and buy things when they say they're going to. I was expecting, if you missed the story earlier, long story short, I was expecting to make $130 today off of things that I'm not really using anymore, which would have helped the situation quite a bit. And then the guy that was going to come buy my old DJ controller didn't show up. And then the woman that came for her husband to buy the Unagi scooter charger only wound up. I didn't want to take $30 for it, but I would have. But I wound up getting $21.85, and she, the poor thing, had to take the bus home. So yeah, I don't know. I need for people who say they're going to come and like, hey, I want to buy that. Are you available at 2 o'clock? Sure. Just show up at 2 o'clock if you say you're gonna Facebook Marketplace people. So, and tomorrow, uh-oh. Oh, whoa, man. Chaos, that's mighty generous, sir. I do appreciate that very much. Thank you, thank you. That certainly helps. And it's before the end of the month too, so that'll pay out on next month's, and I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. Um, but yeah, I mean, I've just have had. I'm in disbelief of the fact that so many people, like it's 8 or 9 people in the last few days now, have made arrangements to come here and buy something from me, and only one person has in that amount of time, and it was for something that I didn't really want to sell separately anyway, and especially not for $21.85. But that's just, every now and then that's just the way it goes, and you get a week like that, and what are you going to do? But Chaos, thank you so much, my friend. Appreciate you. Hope you're doing great. Um, should be good for Uber and Lyft right now, I would think. Well, I was sitting out in the parking lot with this lady trying to get her Uber and Lyft to work. I saw probably at least 25, 30 Uber and Lyft drivers going by with passengers. Um, and I forget that, I mean, this really is a good market for that. Not so much for like food delivery anymore. Like I've logged into Uber Eats a couple of times recently, and it's just like too many people trying to make money that way and just not enough to go around. But I see Uber drivers with people in the car all the time. And I guess in a place like this, Vegas, people are always going to be getting rides. So I hope you're killing it with that right now, Chaos. But thank you again, my friend. Hope to see you on a bike ride again soon. Yeah, Michael, I appreciate you. And I mean, that kind of thing is never necessary, but always very much appreciated. And it is almost my birthday, so that's super extra appreciated. Now, it's not, well, it's still got a couple weeks to go until my birthday, and it's already been a happy one. So thanks again. No, I know that Big Boys PEV, but I used to do pretty well with it, and I got some really good deals on stuff right now, and what was I gonna say? Yeah, I mean, just like I would come and buy the things that I have for sale at these prices right now. I'm not trying to, make a ton of money or anything off anybody. Just recover some of the money that I have into some of these things, but very fair prices, like the lower side of average or lower than that. So the fact that nobody's come and grabbed anything other than a scooter charger at this point is really kind of blowing my mind. Hold on. Yeah, low expectations for sure. And Michael, my birthday is December 13th, which I think is 2 weeks from today. Friday, is it a Friday the 13th? Let me pull it up on the calendar here. I think my birthday is Friday the 13th. Um, Wait. Yeah, yeah, my birthday is Friday the 13th this year. Oh, hey. Yeah. No, I saw that recently too. And saw your chat from earlier. Being kind feels good. Looking forward to seeing you on Wednesday. But yeah, no, I saw those cars the other night. They were at a car show, a little car show thing just off of Main Street downtown last Friday before we went on the ride. Or was it Wednesday? I don't know. But that's cool. I love that, putting Christmas lights on cars. Yeah. No, having a birthday on the 13th, I, of course, every, 7 years or however long, have a birthday on Friday the 13th. Um, I don't know. You got to factor in leap years, and I don't know. I don't know how it all works. I just know that my birthday has been on Friday the 13th quite a few times in my life, and now I guess it's going to be another one. But yeah, thanks again, Michael, for the very generous super chat. Well, Robbie, that's a weird place for that, I would think. Yeah, I wish I could get my e-bike over there. I got to get my headset situation sorted out. I'm not going to be able to ride that thing until I get it fixed. It's never been right if you didn't know my headset situation. The bike arrived damaged. They sent it to me as free to test and use on my channel. And it was a little dinged up in transit, and the headset has always been a little off, and I haven't been able to adjust it to where it works right. And now on the last ride, it's like basically locked. So I got to get that taken care of, and that's the last thing I really need to be worrying about at this point. But I suppose I'll have to take it somewhere much closer to Chris's guy's place. But we'll see how all of that turns out. Hopefully, if I can get rid of these things I'm trying to sell over the weekend, pay a little more rent, get some groceries, take the bike in, get it fixed, buy those couple little odds and ends things that I want to do for my birthday bike packing trip, which I might have to cut down to 24 hours. I mean, I went out and did some pedaling today. Had to, just run some errands and get a couple things at the grocery store. So yeah, I realized that, like being out for 2 whole days and pedaling, God knows how many miles is maybe a little optimistic. Maybe I ought to start with one, see how that goes, and then, wait a week or two and then do like a couple of days. So around the time of my birthday, could be like a 24-hour bike packing adventure because I'm still probably going to have to ride, like 20 miles somewhere pedaling and then, set up camp and exist and survive overnight and then, ride all the way back the next day. And if I only have to be out for 24 hours, I don't have to carry as much stuff, which is going to make it easier to pedal. And I don't know. We'll see how it goes. It remains to be seen. But that's still in the forecast. That's awesome, though. I bet it was tough. That sounds like a lot of fun. I was going to do it on an e-bike originally in the spring, but I'm gonna try to do it pedaling now. Downtown Vegas to Santa Monica. I was trying to do that in the fall, but it got so cold so fast, and I didn't have all the things that I needed in time, so I have to postpone it. Gonna try and pedal though. Trying to get conditioned for it, but um, it's gonna take a lot between now and then. Oh, oh, I'm sure. Yeah, that's crazy. That's a lot of elevation. I got worn out just going uphill a little ways to the grocery store today. It's mostly uphill from where I am on the east side of downtown to the Smiths that I go to. And having had bronchitis for the last week or so and having a bunch of junk in my lungs right now, I got about halfway up said hill this morning when I had to just stop and catch my breath. So I can only imagine what 8,000 feet is like. My Santa Monica journey will take me through about 4,500 feet in elevation changes, I guess. But yeah, I really want to get the headset fixed on the e-bike. Because I want to do, a bike packing trip or two on that. Huh. That sounds cool though. I like a ride like that. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that Miss A's doing well. Paula, thanks for the update. But sure, I'm glad to get to spend a little time with you guys on Black Friday. Let's see. I'm gonna check out my wish list right now. There's like some of the camping food. I probably should have. I gotta go to a different page. I'm looking at thermal underwear right now. Like, I'm gonna need that, I think, because I have a sleeping bag that's rated for 59 degrees, so it's already way colder than that. So I'm gonna need to layer up. All right, let me go. I might put that in the wish list though. It's on sale right now. $32.16 for two sets. Regular price is $42.88. I can't really spend 32 bucks on it though, even right now. But let's see, what else was there? Oh yeah, wool socks. That's only 15 bucks though. Well, that's the Black Friday sale. I don't know if they're gonna stay 15 bucks, but yeah, gonna need some wool socks for camping this time of year. What else did I put in there? Just some like regular kind of generic cheap bike tools that I don't have. I haven't worked on bikes in so long. I mean, my BMX days are decades behind me. Oh, the food. The Mountain House stuff is pretty cheap right now, cheaper than it normally is. The biscuits and gravy is $6.78 right now. I could buy one of those, one or two of those. Maybe. I think they'll probably keep this deal going through the weekend, like Black Friday, Cyber Monday. Hopefully so. Hopefully they don't get rid of it. Maybe by tomorrow, if some people come and buy some stuff that I have for sale. Well, actually, I got to go and do the wetlands ride, but I don't know. We'll see. I might get one of those Mountain House things. I love eating those in a camping situation. It just feels right. And each bag has two servings in it. So, it kind of gets you done and feeling heavy. I like to have them, one like kind of right before I'm getting ready to go to bed when I'm camping or something. And you just get heavy and sluggish and just drift away and then wake up the next morning. It's like, NyQuil that you eat, sort of. I don't know, has a similar effect on me anyway. I used to fix my own bikes in my BMX days, but single speed BMX bikes. My e-bike, the headset is different, and I don't know what's wrong with it necessarily. It's just never been right. But I can fix most things on most of the stuff I ride, but this headset just won't align. I'm probably gonna have to get some new parts and have someone else that really knows what they're doing make sure that they get it in exactly right. And I don't know. But yeah, basic stuff and more complicated stuff. Huh. I would have never thought of that. Doing it that way. I haven't even been to Red Rock in a couple of years or so, I guess. I'd love to get out there again soon. Maybe I could pedal out that way around there. I could pay and camp at the campground there, but I'd like to find like a BLM patch or something and do it on that. Just make my own makeshift homestead somewhere I've never been before or never camped anyway. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But after today, just, having had bronchitis and then pedaling up the hill to get groceries today, it's like, yeah, I don't know. Now I just, like, I'm a lot less motivated all of a sudden, but I would really like to get out there. Yeah, I would rather do BLM. But I do like, I think the Red Rock campground is decent. It's kind of expensive, but it's a good location, and it is decent. But I've got, being on the east side of downtown Fremont East, I could go over to like Sunrise Mountain area over towards the lake. There's a lot of BLM over that way, but I kind of want to go like maybe Summerlin Centennial area or just beyond, and then, find a patch over there. Who knows? We'll see how it turns out. Yeah, that's the only thing that really kept me from doing my Santa Monica ride, mostly in the fall, is like the recharging and having like the solar set up along the way to where I can go more than a charge's worth at a time. And that's something I'm still working on myself, is when I do take longer e-bike rides, I'm gonna have to pull a trailer most likely with my setup, and have, a power station and some kind of solar going. I've gone back and forth on a lot of things with that myself, a lot of different ways to do that. And I'm still not 100% on anything. That sounds pretty cool. Somebody was just asking if somebody's going tonight on the bike ride, the group text. I wanted to do the extra credit ride tonight, but I'm still just beat and drained, and, bronchitis, not eating well for the past few days, just weak and drained, and one more good night's sleep and I'll be all right. Or at least that's what I keep telling myself. Got to do the wetlands ride tomorrow on Rod's bike, and he's going to pedal mine, the $90 pawn shop bike. So that'll be fun, guys. We're going to go live for some of that. And I'll probably get some GoPro segments of that too. Post a video. But I'm excited about getting my headset fixed and going back out there and doing the dirt, because that's what my bike is for. And when it's finally, put back together right and working as it should, that's where we're going pretty much first, I guess. I want to camp out there. I want to just ride out in the trails, out in the dirt in the middle of nowhere, find my little patch of heaven and set up camp. I'm going to do that on the e-bike when the headset's fixed. And maybe Shane will come too, and anybody else that wants to go out. Anybody that's going to be on the east side of town and wants to camp out in dirt heaven. Hmm. Well, yeah, I mean, if you want to come with us, we're doing the wetlands ride tomorrow. We meet at Lowe's, like Charleston, Fremont, downtown East Lowe's, at noon, and go to the wetlands. and there's all kinds of dirt trails out there. I'm not going out in the trails tomorrow because my e-bike is messed up. But when my e-bike is fixed, I do plan to, take a trip out there and camp somewhere. I don't think you're really supposed to out there, but like I'm gonna find a spot and do it anyway. Gotcha. No, it's all good. We do it every Saturday if you're ever available, and we do ride on Wednesdays and sometimes Friday. Hey, Rick and Bonnie. Hey, happy belated Thanksgiving to you too. Ooh, I'm sleepy. There's no way I was gonna make the ride tonight. I thought about it all day. I was preparing for it. It was like, yeah, I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna pedal for like at least the first leg or two. At least make it as far as the liquor store behind Circus, and then probably head home. But the extra credit rides can easily be 25 miles, and I'm sure definitely not pedaling that much tonight. Rod did it last week, and we did 22 miles. He pedaled my bike the whole time, if you missed that. And, good for him for being able to do that. I couldn't have done it. I can go, 12 to 15 miles on that thing before I'm just ready to stop riding. But it's not really my size. I'm too tall for that bike. So, like, ergonomically, it's never going to fit me right. No matter how I adjust the handlebars or the seat or anything like that, it's just going to be a little off. So, it's hard for me to ride it. Hey, Shane. Yeah, I can't ride tonight. I'm going to do the wetlands ride. Rod already talked me into the ride tomorrow. He wants to ride my bike, and I'm going to ride his. He's like talking about getting a pedal bike and wants to pedal on my bike again. So that's fine. I told him I was going to miss the ride tomorrow because uh, I didn't want to pedal for the wetlands ride. And then he said, don't worry about it. I'll pedal. You ride my bike. So, all right, whatever. So, more or less, ultimately, Rick and Bonnie, um, things could be going a little more smoothly in that regard. But then again, I suppose they always could. But if you'll see, there's a $50 super chat tonight, thanks to our pal Chaos Michael. Uh, very kind and generous in the holiday spirit, for sure, and appreciate that very much. Thanks to the kindness and generosity of many of you lately. I'm pulling through. I'm plugging along, but like getting sick didn't help. Kind of threw me off my game, and now the bike that I would be delivering food on, Uber Eats and such, is screwed up, and I can't ride it, and that's not good. And but life goes on. It is what it is. We do the best we can, and hope for the best. And tomorrow's another day. I'd love to say I'm going to sit around and wait for people to come and buy stuff all day tomorrow, but I did that all day today and all day yesterday, and I'm going and riding bikes with the boys tomorrow. I don't care. And if somebody wants to buy some of my crap, they can come afterwards. But then Sunday, just I hope people come and buy my stuff. Yes, very, very, very kind of Michael. No, don't worry about it. I'm poor too. Oh, don't get too excited about DoorDash. I've been doing it for like 8 years now, and it's fine if you need like a couple dollars here and there. But as far as like, I mean, I was logged into both on Wednesday, was it? Uber Eats and DoorDash from here. I'm downtown. I'm in downtown Las Vegas, and it's just $2, $3, $4. A DoorDash order for $4.75 going 11 miles. You know, that's the kind of stuff I'm getting. I mean, best of luck to you. I hope it works out. But it's been rough for me lately. I'm lucky to get lunch money out of DoorDash. I'll run DoorDash and Uber Eats at the same time, and I'm lucky to get lunch money out of it. Yeah, no, it happens. I know a lot of people are, doing great with e-bikes because of, things like that. But yeah, I mean, ultimately, DoorDash wants as many people out there as they can justify. So, I mean, I think they'll try and push you through if there's any way to do it. But I've been doing it for quite a while, and it's just, it'll never be like it was, but you can still make, a buck or two here and there. But I think right now, I mean, Michael's probably killing it with Uber and Lyft right now. This time of year, a lot of people visiting, a lot of people are getting rides in Vegas anyway. But so many people are chasing the food delivery money right now. Every time I log in, it seems like, I'm getting less orders and the payouts aren't as good. And people are still ordering food. It's just a lot of people are trying to deliver it too. And I get it, It's not easy to live around here and pay these kinds of bills. So, no, I know it, Laney Grace. I mean, we're all kind of in a similar boat. Oh, really? Wow. No, well, I mean, yeah, if it's just a side hustle, chaos. But I remember, I used to do Uber myself, and there have been plenty of times where, I've already got my next ride running Uber and Lyft. I did Lyft. Well, I didn't do Lyft for very long, but and just have my next ride before I've dropped off the one I've got. But I thought about it. Chaos. I'd have to get a car. Yeah, I mean, I guess just gig work in general. Chaos has been just a little worse the last couple of years. Too many people trying to make that money, not enough of the money being spent. But yeah, I looked at a Tesla Model 3, like working out a deal on that. That obviously, you driving a Tesla yourself. Obviously, if you're gonna do ride share, that's probably the type of vehicle you want. But I also looked at cheaper stuff like a used Ford Fusion. It's like a 2017 or something. And being that I live downtown, insurance was going to be really high for that. So for the time being, I wasn't able to justify getting a car again and maybe doing Uber. But I do think about it. I couldn't do it more than a couple days a week, though. It would drive me nuts at this point because I see how the traffic is around here sometimes, and it just traffic makes me crazy. So I don't know, but I see people. Like I said, I was out there in the parking lot with that woman tonight, and I must have seen 25 or 30 Uber drivers with passengers go by on Fremont Street just in the amount of time that I was out with her. No, I hear you. Chaos. And I've been there myself. I went backwards. I used to drive a Mercedes and live on the hillside and have a barely seven-figure net worth. But, times are much different now. It could be that way again, and you never know what tomorrow brings. Um, I've just been in a bit of a rut myself with health issues and other things, and it's just like a lot of the times I found myself asking, what's the point? But life goes on. I'm still around. My heart still beats. Might as well, get involved in some better things. No, you're right. Chaos for sure. I mean, for doing rideshare, gotta have a hybrid or an electric. It just doesn't make sense to do it any other way. I mean, if you're driving to work, I could still see getting a gas car or something. But yeah, if you're just shuttling people around all day, you know, it's got to be pure electric or get hybrid mileage. I'll tell you, I use mostly Uber myself. It's just like more, I don't know, I've just done it more, I guess. But I mean, either's fine, I think, around here. But you got to watch out for some of these Uber drivers. There's a lot of just crazy bad Uber drivers and Lyft drivers in Las Vegas. And then some really, really good ones too. There's guys that have like party lights and stuff in their Ubers and they give you candy and stuff. And, you know, so that's true, Chaos. Very well put. And I appreciate you saying that. And that is absolutely true. Every day above ground is a gift. That's awesome that you do karaoke in yours. That's cool. See, that's what I'm talking about. The Chaos is the kind of Uber driver that you hope that you get in Vegas. But unfortunately, there's a bunch that you hope that you don't get. But yeah, a lot of people have a lot of fun doing Uber here. And if I did it again, it'd probably have to be like that. There'd have to be some kind of gimmick in the car, some kind of getting people having fun, smiling, laughing, whatever. So it, break up the monotony of sitting in traffic and all that stuff. Yeah, no, I've had a couple like that. A couple of drivers that's just like, please just let me get home safely and get out of this idiot's car and hopefully never see them again. Just like how does this fool even have a driver's license kind of situation. Um, and then there's just really great Uber drivers too. So I mean, it's a crapshoot here. If you got to get one, you never know. But the cab drivers too, you never know. You could get a really good cab driver, or you could get a crazy one that takes you 45 minutes out of the way, and then it costs you $175 for the ride. That it's only you're only going like 3 miles in the first place. Remember that? Remember when that used to happen around here, guys? When like before Uber and Lyft, when the cab drivers would just take unsuspecting victims the super long way from the airport to their hotel or something. And that kind of fizzled out, I guess, with Uber and Lyft. And, now you see on your phone, like, where the driver is supposed to take you. Sincloth was the name of my lingerie enterprise that I started in 2006. And that's part of what made me once worth $1 million. And then it just kind of stuck. It's what everybody knows me as and for. And it became my DJ name after a while, too. I've been a DJ. 2 weeks from now, or right around the time of my birthday, I will have been a DJ for 33 years. Which is like, that's the longest I've ever done anything in my life, really. Like, for money. So, if that answers your question, Robbie. Yeah, you could wait a long while for a taxi, too. But yeah, I guess some cab drivers every now and then will give you the long ride, the scenic ride. But I don't think most of them do that anymore. But I remember a time in this place where if you got in a cab in Las Vegas, it was going to cost you a lot more than you thought. Glad you're enjoying the lights. I love staring at this. It's just a dinky little light that you get on Amazon for 20 some odd dollars, and we've had so much enjoyment out of this thing. Yeah, well, I can't tell you how much I know about what the mob is still doing in Las Vegas, but yeah, like they never left. Oh, yeah, it happens. I forget to talk sometimes, Jay Stona. And hey, Zippy, hello. And yeah, the laser patterns will make you drift off if you're lurking, if you let them. Just give in to the laser patterns. Yeah. No, I mean you can wash all kinds of dollars in Las Vegas, and that's why the mob never left. Yeah, I mean they're doing mostly legal things now. It doesn't have to be illegal, really, or just like, and some people's definitions of illegal, but yeah, it was the mob that built this town, so don't figure they're just gonna pick up and leave. Yeah, I've heard of an awful lot of people getting a little luckier than you'd think at places like that. But yeah, I don't suppose there's any better place in the world to launder money than Las Vegas. And just, like, I don't know. I can't, I shouldn't say because I'm somebody's nephew. So I'll shut up now. Yeah, probably. Hope I don't have any uncles and cousins watching this stream right now. Ah, the laser patterns. I gotta check notifications. Hold on, guys. I've been notified. Ah, tomorrow it's gonna be 62 degrees with a low of 40 degrees. Oh, I didn't respond to Rod. That's my bad. I was live streaming. He asked me if I was going tonight. I said it was 50-50 earlier when I talked to him, and I didn't tell him I wasn't going to go. Ooh, ice cream sounds good, except for it's kind of chilly outside. But I do love some ice cream. Yeah. I get those even when it's hot outside. I can see in the reflection on my phone. It's always commercials for, like, I'm sorry, but boner pills. I can see it, the Blue Chew or whatever, and the reflection. The TV's on behind me, and I can see it on my phone screen. And that's all it is, like one after another. Erection medication commercials. Is it really that much of a problem that like every other commercial that you see on cable television now, I get free cable, don't worry, I'm not paying for it, is one of those. And it's like, is this the world we live in now? Seriously? It's either gambling commercials, like get the new something app and gamble, or boner pills. And it's like, come on, how did we end up like this? Well, if you need it, fine. It just whatever you call those pills, whatever you describe them as. If you need them, whatever, fine. I don't care. I just don't want to see like every other commercial on TV about them. And like they're asking, oh, have you heard about Blue Chew? And asking people and stuff, and it's all fake, of course. And it's like, come on, this is just stop. Okay. So in any case, it's just I don't know. I saw the reflection in my phone. American Pie 2 is on TV right now. I can see that in the reflection on my phone. But yeah, just like I don't know. I'm tired of watching TV. But it's either, that or sports betting apps or, just I'm tired. It makes my brain hurt. One time at band camp, yes. Yeah, no, the first one was on earlier, and like they're playing the first one and second one over and over again. I saw both of these movies in the theater, both the first and second American Pie movies. Loved them both, of course. So it's fun to see them again. Yeah, good fun movies. So yeah, maybe I should have gone out and done the first leg of the ride tonight. Yeah, That was on recently. Jay Stona. Well, probably like a few months ago, I guess. I caught about 10 minutes of it. I haven't seen that movie in a long time. Clueless. Man, yeah, I guess I'm glad I'm taking the night off tonight. Um, I'm tired. One more good night's sleep, and I think I'll be alright. But, just, I don't know if it's the underlying health issues, the colitis and, that other thing that starts with a C, that turned to cold into a week and a half long bronchitis, but I do feel a lot better than I did. Like every day I feel a little bit better than I did the day before, so I guess it is getting better. Yeah, yeah, that, Dustin. Just trying not to say it out loud necessarily, but so yeah, I mean a cold can turn into something more serious than a cold, I guess, as I've found. But I'm getting better. I feel pretty good. And I did go pedaling around some today. And the more I get conditioned to pedaling on that bike, I think I'm gonna be like better. I think I can get healthier than I am. There's not really anything I can do about everything else, but I can still be at my best, all things considered. Wow. Well, I don't usually get bronchitis. I kind of saw it coming this time around. I had a cold for like 2 or 3 days, and then I was fine for about a day or two. And then I was out late bike riding in the cold till all hours of the night, and here comes the bronchitis. It's my own fault, I guess. I mean, I need to take better care of myself when I get sick because it's not just a cold anymore, you know. I gotta be mindful of that sort of thing. But all in all, I mean, knock on wood, the other things are at bay. Like the colon thing is not progressing. The last time I went to the doctor, they said it's not any further along, but still there. No, I hear you with the ice cold temps. I think there is some therapy in that if you can stand it, you know. Oh, I mean, you don't have to do that, Jay Stona, but I'd love to hang out with you. I'd love to go and do that. So I'm available for sure. Count me in. Whatever time's good for you. Sounds awesome, man. I'm really looking forward to it. And I'm glad you're back in town. So, and we got to get you out on some. Yeah, good. Glad to hear it. And we got to get you out on some bike rides here as soon as we can. All right. Being kind. Well, good to see you. And be safe getting to work. And, hope to see you on the Wednesday ride. in the same spot. I'll be on my pedal bike, but I'll be in the same spot where you saw my e-bike. So yeah, Jay Stoner, looking forward to it for sure. Hanging out and um, let's see, we got to do something to get you out for a Wednesday ride soon. But I'm down a bike at the moment. I guess Monday or Tuesday, I gotta take the green bike in and get the headset situation straightened out. Supposing I can sell a few things over the weekend, the stuff I got on Facebook. Um, so I gotta get that taken care of. But then, then I have two bikes technically, an e-bike and a pedal bike. And I'll pedal on on a Wednesday ride. I've been enjoying doing that. So we'll see what the coming week brings. Fingers crossed for good things, though. I mean, I'm tired, and I just, find myself not caring enough sometimes, but it's starting to turn around a little bit. I'm starting to see the value in, doing better and wanting better and just being better as a whole and getting more out of life. I don't suppose depression ever goes away if you have a certain level of it, but you learn to kind of deal with it and adjust to it and, work within it as life goes on. Sorry, I was getting lost in laser patterns again. Yeah, you too. Heavy emphasis on the rubber side down. I know you mentioned, quite a long commute, especially if you're on the east side and you're going over like Rainbow area. That's a track. But yeah, I mean, depression is it is what it is, and life goes on, as the saying goes. But it's different for some. Who, Dustin? Yeah, no, I sold my motorcycle last summer. Um, and I miss it a lot. It's certainly a faster way to travel than an e-bike. But yeah, I mean, we do have to make sacrifices sometimes. And last summer, I sold my Honda Ruckus and my Yamaha MT-09, and now I get around on an e-bike, a bike, and an electric scooter, which is fine. You know, I mean, it could be a lot worse than this. I used to have a Mercedes and a brand new full size truck and live on the hillside. And now I don't have a vehicle with four wheels and I live in a crummy downtown apartment, but it's all good. I kind of prefer this, honestly. I get to spend more time goofing off, ultimately. I'm tired of being as responsible as I used to be. Yeah, no, it is what it is, and they'll get you on that, but you'll be riding again. So I was gonna try it last summer, actually, this past summer. I had planned a couple of years ahead of time. I was gonna go ride to Alaska on a KLR 650, and that never ended up working out. Oh, that's good that you haven't had a drink since 2016. I don't drink a lot myself anymore, but good for you. And so, yeah, you're gonna get your license back and get to ride again and drive whatever else you want to do. Speaking of license, crap, my license expires in 2 weeks from today, and I have to. It's like $75 because I got to renew it online and do a change of address. God, that's the last thing I needed right now. I got to pull an extra 75 or $80 out of my ass before my damn driver's license expires. And this, come on, it's just one thing after another. Sorry, Serenity now. I just forgot about that. That's what I didn't do. Yeah, yeah, definitely got to get that done because you can't do anything without a valid ID around here. And I do plan on driving again eventually, so I could just go and I could get an ID and that'd be cheaper, but like as soon as I just get an ID, I'm gonna have to start driving again or something. So I just got to renew my damn driver's license, and I can't believe it's been that long already. Like I don't know. So yeah, one more thing on the to-do list that I can't really afford to do, but whatever, such is life. It'll get done somehow or another. But I hate that. And it's like there's no chance of getting a DMV appointment between now and my birthday. And I'm not just going to show up on like a Saturday or something and wait there for 8 hours and maybe they get to you. Yeah. I just, honestly right now I can't afford it. There's too many things going on. Too many things going out, not enough coming in. And now the driver's license thing on top of that, but whatever. Like somehow or another, it'll all get done. Somebody will come and buy some of my crap over the weekend. I'll take some deliveries. So, let me check my notifications again. I'm being notified of. Oh, I didn't join some fuel rewards program. What the hell's going on today, man? Ugh, I'm tired. It makes my brain hurt. Just like, it's been like Twilight Zone week or something in my life. Just unusual, bizarre, unnecessary things all the time. And it's hard to make any sense of it at the moment. Who, what? Robbie? Good night. Being kind feels good. What kind of photo shoot, Dustin? So yeah, by like Monday or Tuesday now. If I renew my driver's license online by Wednesday, I think it'll probably be all right. Even if it's like a week after, like if my driver's license expires for like a week, like even if I've renewed it online, then it's still valid. I just don't have the physical valid license in my pocket, so I couldn't go buy weed or anything. But I haven't really been doing that a lot anyway, so um, I guess it'd be all right. I guess I could live without a driver's license for a week or something if it had to be that way. But as long as I renew it before it expires, then I won't have to pay anything extra, and it doesn't expire for a couple of weeks. But I'd like to get it done by Wednesday, if at all possible. Oh, well, I've been taking, I like the wedding photo business is too hard to get into, but I've been taking pictures of mostly naked women since 2006, being in the lingerie business. Uh, I don't know if anybody's going to pay me to do that, though, at this point. I'm down, though. If anybody's watching, I'll take one for the team. I'll handle that so nobody else has to. Yeah. No, I hear you. I used to live on Sand Hill. I moved here from Sand Hill, actually, Jaystona, but before that, things were a whole lot better. Well, if you know of any, Dustin, feel free to tell them about me. I'll be here. I could use a new good side hustle, I guess. That's the problem with my situation right now is, my health is not good as a whole. So it would be very difficult for me to hold a regular job. I'd have to call in sick a lot. So I have to basically survive on side hustles because for the most part I can do them when I'm able, but none of it's going particularly well right now. So I need a good, reliable side hustle is what I need that I can do when I'm feeling up to it because I have days, when I can't help it. I'm sick. I got to stay in bed. Uh And then there's other days when I feel, there's weeks that go by and I feel like $1 million, but I can't count on that. So I got to work on finding something else that kind of works with the way I have no choice but to live. But that is true. It's all a matter of perspective, Jay Stona. If you think life is good, then it is. If you think life sucks, then it does. And I'm frustrated with life right now, but I still do think that life is a wonderful and beautiful thing and should be cherished and celebrated and enjoyed. Most importantly, enjoyed. Don't ever, like, even if you're healthy and able, don't ever work so hard that you don't have time to smell the roses, or else, life is just a waste. So yeah, I try to look at life as a gift and an opportunity. And every morning when I wake up in this bed, I say thank you that I get to wake up in a warm, comfortable bed with this roof over my head and the TV on in the background and the air conditioning if I need it and stuff like that. If you start your day with gratitude, you're more likely to have a better day. Don't ever, try not to complain about the things that you don't have. Be grateful for the things that you do have. Say, I'm grateful for that which I have. I'm grateful for my friends. I'm grateful that I have food to eat today. You know, I'm grateful that I get to go to bed in this bed tonight. The little things. You can't take things for granted. You can't take anything for granted. And if you're grateful for what you have instead of, complaining about what you don't, then you'll get more. That's the secret. That's the great secret to life. It is that simple. To those who have, more will be given. To those that don't, even more will be taken away. If you think your life sucks and you complain about how much your life sucks, like I often do, and I try to stop myself and get it under control. But yeah, if you say life sucks and everything sucks and what's the point and whatever, then you'll lose even more. But if you say thank you that I get to sleep in a bed and eat a meal and have friends and enjoy life, then you'll get more. And it's as simple as that. It's always been that way. It'll always be that way. It's just a matter of doing it. Yes, and that's a good thing. Good point, Robbie. Never go to bed mad if you can help it. Go to bed with gratitude. Go to bed with a smile on your face. And you'll wake up and have a better day. So it's easy to be bitter. Oh, life sucks and, you know, diseases and health problems and poverty and, whatever. But you can also say, in any circumstance, regardless of your health, regardless of your financial situation, the sun is shining today and I'm thankful for that. Or, like I really enjoyed my coffee this morning and I'm thankful for that. And that'll get you everywhere, and that's the hard part, is staying on the gratitude, because it's easy to backtrack, and when you backtrack, you lose all your forward progress. Everything that you're about to get, you know like, you got to wait and start over. So yeah, tonight when I get into this bed, I'm gonna try to fall asleep with a smile on my face. When I wake up in the morning, I'm gonna thank God for something. And try not to be bitter about that which I don't have, and instead be grateful for that which I do. And it really works. And you hear people say it and everything, and it's like, oh yeah, that's one of those people talking about that stuff again. But it really seriously works. Yeah, and thanks to Michael, of course, too, for the super chat. Very kind, generous. But I'm sure you're talking about a different Michael. I was just saying, Let us not forget to thank Michael for his generosity tonight. Chaos. But that's, like I'm looking forward to being in a situation again in which I can help others who need it. Um, there was a time in my life when I just went after money. It's like, how much can I achieve? How much money can I make? I've had jobs where I've made, hundreds of thousands of dollars a year, like high level sales jobs with automotive groups and stuff. And um, just, made tons of money and thought, this is what it's about. Just as much as one can achieve and the amount of success that you can show. And it's really, it took me falling down hard to realize that that's not what's important at all. It's about the time with the people that you care about and, enjoying life as it comes and being able to do so and not being so busy that you can't enjoy and appreciate things. So I'm glad that I've had my eyes opened and know what it's really about. And you can't take anything with you. I have nothing against being successful. I would still like to achieve some level of success again in my life. But, you can't take any of it with you. On your last day, everything that you had, all your money, all your stuff, all your homes, all your whatever, it all stays. You're going to go and everything else stays here. So don't put too much emphasis on that because in the end, it doesn't matter anyway. I really love staring at this laser thing. It's so soothing. And it's been fun hanging out with you guys tonight. I always like to get to spend a little time with you and just chat and see where the conversation goes and everything. It's the highlight of my day, and I appreciate you guys so much for that. Let's see how everything's going over on the subscriber front. Yeah, 2,614. Guys, thank you so much to each and every one of you. Looks like we picked up one during the stream. So whoever's new, welcome. Be sure you have your notifications on. We're taking a bike ride tomorrow. I can't tell you exactly what time, but we're going live. At some point, I'll be on Rod's bike, I guess. He's going to ride mine. Because I only have the option of pedaling tomorrow, and I'm not going to pedal the wetlands ride. It's just too much for me after being sick for a week or so, however long it's been. It feels like it's been a lot longer than that, but I don't know. Gratitude, guys. Practice gratitude. Be thankful. Smile. Look for the good in something, and life will bless you. So, tomorrow ought to be a pretty fun day, I think. A little warmer than today, I guess. It said 62 tomorrow. I think it only got up to around 60 today. As long as the sun's out, it ought to be alright. So, hope you guys will... Uh-oh, my internet's out, so this is not the updated subscriber count. My VPN was off for some reason. And I wasn't connected to the internet, so let's see. Let's refresh. I was going to say, we haven't had any new viewers in like the last half hour. What the hell happened? Turns out we have. Okay, yeah, we've had like 102 new viewers in the last half hour. So I was going to say, it's just been the same bunch of you in here the whole time. But that's not the case at all. So shout out to the 252 of you so far that came through the stream tonight. And thank you again, Michael Chaos, for the very generous super chat. Very much appreciated. So that's an age-old question, Dustin, that I can't answer. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Jay Stona. Well put. I'm glad. That's a good reference, actually. I'm glad you said that. But it's true. In the end, it doesn't matter. You can't take it with you. It's all going to stay here. You might as well enjoy your life and the time that you have and the people that matter to you because that's what really matters in life. But let's see. What do I have to eat? I do have some food right now. I did get a couple of things at the store today. Thanks to everybody who donated yesterday. I got the rent taken care of, and there was enough left for like a day's worth of groceries and some laundry. And yeah, let's see. Yeah, almost your birthday too. A week apart, Jay Stona. We're gonna be the same age, a week apart. That's pretty cool, I think. Turn the same age a week apart. Yeah. No, we're not getting any younger, I guess. And it just, for me, I mean, it really snuck up on me. I mean, seriously, I'm still Peter Pan on the inside. I never grew up. I might be a 48-year-old man on the outside, but I'm still a child on the inside. I can do responsible adult things, but still, I'd rather be screwing around than, goofing off all the time. So, yeah, the beard is gray, but I'm still a kid inside. Well, yeah, maybe you, Jay Stona. I'm starting to look at least my age, I guess. Oh, me too. Toys R Us. God, when you were a kid, like getting to go to Toys R Us, your parents would be like, "If you're good, we can go to Toys R Us." I'd be like, "Oh my God, okay, I'll be good. Please, please, can we go to Toys R Us?" Yeah, that was the highlight of my young life. KB was pretty awesome too. Just toy stores in general. Wherever they had cool things to play with, sign me up. I'm down. Let's go. I still kind of feel that way. Like I'd still go to Toys R Us if there was one around anymore. Yeah, those were such wonderful times. I mean, really, just so many things have changed. My son's kids, if he ever has any, will just not know the joy of going to Toys R Us or KB Toys or and the anticipation of such. It was like waiting to go to Disneyland or something. So it's kind of sad. I mean, we're just in this digital world now where everybody's just kind of so detached. And it's hard for people who used to live differently. I think, from my perspective, it's hard to live in this world, remembering how different things used to be and how more involved we used to be, like in each other's lives and just like interacting with one another. And now it's so digital and impersonal. And not that I'm complaining about this. I mean, this is the only way we can all get together and do this. But there has to be, like, I think there should be more of the way it used to be, and going to the toy store and spending time with friends and family and just enjoying things that people enjoy. And now we're all so engrossed in everything we have to do all the time, and work and checking social and lost the connection there for a second, but I guess it's good now. Ha, yeah, I hear you, Amy. I felt the same way. Yeah. Oh, I know. And just we could we were wild children in our youth in those days, our generation. I mean, compared to today's children, I mean, you take today's children and put them back in the 1980s and be like, okay, go play, come back when the street lights are on. They would die. Yeah. But yeah, Amy, those were the days. Yeah, I get it. But yeah, you thought it would be like that forever. How could it not be this way? It's perfect. Why would that ever change? And then it did. I agree, Amy. Very well put. We're not as we're just like, as a whole, we're just not as well rounded anymore as we were in previous generations, previous times. It's just we're too bland and ordinary. And smart devices, like this digital age that we exist within, it's kind of interfered with relationships and just other human interactions in general. So much of it is done differently now. And it's still good, like I'm saying, like doing what we're doing right now, this is still a good thing. But there could still be a lot of, the way we used to do it. I've heard that before, though. Somebody has referenced that. I'm trying to pinpoint it, Amy. What? Yeah, no, and I'm guilty of it too. I'll sit and drink coffee in the morning and scroll through my Instagram feed and all that stuff. So, I am the modern digital age waste of space, just like all the rest. Um, but I do remember how it used to be. And I was talking with my dad about that earlier. We had a nice conversation on the phone tonight, and he likes to watch old TV, and he's old Hollywood, so he knows, he'll know five people in the credits on an old TV show, because that's just my dad. I come from a Hollywood family. Um, and just we were just talking, about the times and the differences and the way it used to be versus how it is now, and it's just there's nothing that anybody can do to take us back. Anyone who promises to, it's an empty promise. Because we've come too far. We've evolved. we've progressed. It cannot be undone at this point. But the older ones of us must tell the younger ones of the good old days. Yeah, exactly, Jay Stone. A lot of those, like, that's the kind of TV I watch. Those kind of shows, many of those are still on, and I watch that, and it just reminds me of better times and just when things were done differently. I'm not against technology or progress. I just miss a lot of the old things and the old ways. But I'm on my smartphone most of the day. I got my laptop out all the time. The TV's on 24 hours a day. Nerds in Paradise. I know someone personally from the credits in that movie. That's an awesome one, Revenge of the Nerds too. That's one of my favorites as well. But if you see in the opening credits, director of photography in Revenge of the Nerds 2, director of photography Charles Carell, his brother Richard Carell is a director, producer, and my godfather and my dad's best friend. But I do love that movie, Revenge of the Nerds 2. And Back to the Future. And, you know, I don't know about Return of the Living Dead. It was good. Mm. No, you can put the link or whatever if you want to, Amy. That was on recently. Creep Show. And I only watched a few minutes of it. That's cool though. Yeah, no, I remember that. I didn't watch that part. It was, I guess, it was on around Halloween time on the channel I'm watching now, I think. But yeah, no, I love Creep Show. Here I am staring at lasers again. Wow, we're 2 hours into this, guys. I had no idea we've been going for so long. And now the action is slowing down. We've only had like 10 new views since the last time I mentioned it. So the stream's getting stale, I guess, guys. Hey, baby love. Hello, hello. Well, good to see you. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. And working on getting better, feeling a lot better. Hope you're doing well. Great to see you as always. baby love, even if you could just pop in for a moment. So, always great to have you here. You know, you're a huge part of this group. So, always wonderful to see you. I hope your weekend is awesome, though. And, everybody, I guess we're going to wrap it for now. I need a snack or something, and then it's bedtime. Big day tomorrow, bike rides. Yeah. And Laney Grace is still here. Good to see you, and thanks for being here. Well, glad you could make it in and, hang out for a little while, lurk and say hey, and hope you're having a good night. And everybody, I'm sleepy. I'm glad I didn't do the ride tonight. I always hate to miss one, but I have to rest and recover. And tomorrow's another day, daytime ride. We'll have some fun. So, yeah, you too, baby love. And thanks everybody for tuning in tonight. Thank you again, Michael Chaos, for the super chat. Very generous and very much appreciated. Thank you, moderators, for moderating, and chatters for chatting, and lurkers for lurking, and everybody for doing what you do. It's always a joy to get to spend some time with you. So I hope everybody has a wonderful, awesome weekend. Come and spend a little time with me tomorrow if you can. And take care of yourselves, guys, and I'll see you again real soon.